Hey, Mike with CoachMikeMcDonald.com here. In today's video, I'll be walking you through how you can transition from one-off pest control jobs to building a recurring revenue model. So let's get into it. Now, you see, most pest control business owners really love the summer and fall months where their phone is ringing off the hook. Trucks are moving, cash is flowing, but when it hits to winter and moves into the end of fall, a lot of the bugs end up going dormant and your phone stops ringing, and suddenly you're stressing out about how to cover your payroll and how to make those truck payments. You see, this is the problem when you solely rely on one-off pest control services instead of building a recurring revenue machine. Because if your business relies entirely on people calling you only when they see a bug, you don't have a scalable business, you have a high-stress seasonal job. And the thing is, in today's day and age, your company isn't valued based on how many trucks you have or how good you are at killing bugs. It's determined by one key metric, and that's monthly recurring revenue. So in today's video, I'll be jumping into the exact blueprint you can use to transition your company from a one and done service provider into a recurring revenue machine that bankrolls your growth all year long. And so the first part of this process is really understanding the math of lifetime value for your customers. You see, most owners have their pricing model focus on one-off services, and this is maybe something like $250 a service. And so for example, in this case, it takes maybe an hour to service this customer, they're happy, and you go home. But the reality is there's a lot of hidden costs that often fall into this process as well. And this is where it really becomes important to understand your customer acquisition cost, or CAC for short. On top of that, you need to factor in things like your labor, your materials, and so if you're looking to make a quick profit with these one-off services, that's great, but every time you acquire a new one of these customers, you're going to have to spend that marketing efforts just to replace that customer. Now, if you look at a subscription model or building a recurring revenue framework, you want to move into offering quarterly protection plans for your pest control customers. And so again, it might vary depending on what you all offer included in this service, but that could range from $45 a month on up to $100 a month depending on what you're offering, or again, around $135 a quarter on up to $300 a quarter. And so if you look at the low end of this, that could be bringing in an extra $540 a year. Or if you're looking at the total lifetime value of these customers and say your average retention of a client is 3 years, that means each customer is going to bring in about $1,600 worth of value in lifetime value per customer on one of these quarterly prevention plans. But the cool thing is, in most cases, your cost of acquisition is going to be the exact same as one of these one-off services. So instead of bringing in $250 per transaction, you've actually built an asset that's worth over $1,600 in lifetime value for each one of these customers coming in on a protection plan. And so for example, if you had 500 homeowners on this basic $45 a month plan, that's over $22,000 in recurring revenue hitting your bank account every single month before you even started sending out trucks for services. And so having this recurring revenue model built as a foundation along with your one-off services is really a key way to scale your business and not have to worry about the seasonality that often comes with a pest control business. The second part of this process is building out your package tiers to fit these services. And so there could be a variety of ways that you do it, but you don't want to just sell pest control. You want to instead sell peace of mind. And so an easier way to sell this is to build out a tiered structure with a variety of offers included depending on each one of these tiers. So for example, maybe you create a foundation package and this is focused around exterior services. And so maybe this foundation package is doing something like a barrier treatment around the outside of the home. Maybe this also includes getting rid of spider webs or wasp nests that might occur outside of the home. Just think the basic exterior is what you want to focus in this package. The next level up might be including a whole home protection plan. So maybe it's including stuff like exclusion or helping to prevent mice and rodent issues, sending out traps, various things like that. And that tier might range from $60 to $75 a month. And then maybe you have your ultimate plan, which is the premium package. And this includes all the other things, but maybe it also includes inside treatments for prevention, mosquito treatments, and much more. Again, you'll decide on your own what fits best for your offering. And this package could range from $75 to $100 or more a month. But one cool aspect of this is that your foundation package is really only going to be exterior only. And the great benefit to this is you don't need the homeowner to actually be there to perform these services. And so if you have a quarterly service that takes place around the exterior only, your technician can simply pull up to the house, do that treatment, clean off the spider webs, make sure there aren't any wasp issues, leave a sign in the yard that they did that task, set up an automated follow-up process, and move on to the next house. And this allows you to eliminate the challenges and issues with scheduling with homeowners, allows you to avoid the hassle of dealing with no-shows or locked doors or homeowners not being home. It allows you to simply actively perform your service without interruption and collect that recurring revenue at the same time. Now, the third part of this process is having an effective script to convert these one-off customers into recurring revenue and having them get started on this protection plan program. Now, obviously, the easiest time to sell this type of package is immediately after you've solved a pest issue that the client has. They're already excited that you've gotten rid of their problem. Their guard is down. They know you produce results. And this is a great time to transition into offering your protection plan. But along with this, you need to start training your technicians to stop thinking like laborers and just providing a service, and instead have them shift their mindset to start thinking like consultants. And so you want to have a script in place that they can work from to turn these one-off service calls into recurring revenue in these protection plan programs. And so one type of transition that could work well is after the service call has happened, instead of charging them immediately for that one-off emergency visit, instead you could pitch them on getting started with your protection plan under whatever tier the type of service you just offered would fall into. So for example, maybe if you had an ant removal service, instead of charging that one-time offer of $250, you move them into that $45 a month plan, which covers getting rid of ants on the exterior side of the home. Also, you can let them know that this type of treatment only lasts for 90 days, so you'll need to have a quarterly plan to continue this process to make sure their home is protected. And then you leave it up to them. They can either pay the full price of that one-time service and choose to pay the higher amount. It's still a win for your company. Or you can have them get locked into this quarterly protection plan, which can help generate that recurring revenue for your business. And the reality is a lot of these customers will decide to move forward with this recurring revenue plan simply because it makes sense, it's more cost effective, and it gives them that peace of mind for the long term. Plus, as a bonus, you might even consider offering your technicians a commission structure where they get bonuses if they get someone started on this recurring revenue plan versus just the one-off services. Now, the fourth step to optimize this process is to focus on building route density. And so again, often when you're focused on only one-off jobs, your technicians are scattered around the city, traveling from place to place, wasting a lot of time, effort, and energy, and fuel and resources going from home to home. Where instead, if you focus on building route density, you can send a technician to a small area to service several homes at once in a short window to maximize effort and maximize results. And so one great way to expand this process is through door-to-door sales or this close-knit outreach service, where once you've tapped into a few homes in a local service area, you can send out reps to expand that area by offering this protection plan to those in the neighborhood who might want to take advantage of it at a special discounted rate. This can help you increase further density within an area, save your technicians time in the long run, and also maximize recurring revenue. Now, understand that transitioning to this recurring revenue model is not an overnight process. It does take time, but obviously the sooner you start, the better, and the more beneficial it will be in the long run to convert these one-off customers into recurring revenue for your business. So start implementing this process today to start maximizing recurring revenue for your pest control company. But again, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you been using this process before? Are you focused more on one-off business, or do you have a long-term recurring revenue plan in place? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you did need more high-quality pest control leads for your business, become a partner of ours. We've actually partnered with several pest control businesses around the country, helping them generate more high-quality pest control leads for their business on autopilot. So if you'd like to learn more about that process and how you can partner with our team to get exclusive high quality pest control leads in your service area for your business, check out the link in the description below to do so. And again, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And if you like videos like this on building a successful pest control business, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos we put out. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.